Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the OSINT Curious live stream. I am Micah Hoffman, the president of OSINT Curious, and I'm thrilled to be here with you this morning, afternoon, evening, wherever it is, whatever time it is in your part of the world. Very exciting day today. We've got to finish up our CTF from yesterday. We've got a new tool, well, not a new tool, but another tool that we're going to be working on today in using it within the scope of Capture the Flag. We also have some other just fun things in the world of OSINT I figured we would go through. I think I'm flying solo again today. I think tomorrow we're going to have some more OSINT Curious people joining us. But for now, it's just me and you wonderful people. So if you are watching us live, can you go ahead and type into your YouTube, Twitch, or Periscope, Twitter live chats and tell me you're out there. Say hi, good morning, or something to me to let me know that I'm just not broadcasting to myself, which has happened in the past. Say hi to me and let me know what's going on. For those of you that are new to the broadcast, as you can see below, we've got our website, the name that we use on most of our accounts, and a link to the Searchlight Discord, which is the online chat platform that we use to communicate with people. It's a free open source intelligence related platform, and it's really a great place to be to have more professional discussions about open source intelligence and all. Also, we are always looking for Patreon patrons. So if you like what you see here, you like what you hear, and you're interested in helping us keep the lights on, please go ahead and consider subscribing and being a Patreon patron. Also, consider subscribing to our channel. We are new at this, and we are going to be growing and maturing as we go. Let's see who's out there. Okay, we got OSINT Profession. Welcome up. OSINT Gal Carrie, welcome again. Greetings from Europe. Greetings to you. Adam, hey, welcome, Adam. One of our OSINT Curious patrons. We've got Joe. Hey, welcome, Joe. And Edmund. Yeah, welcome to you all. We are going to... Gosh, I keep using the word we because usually there's other people here. I did this yesterday too. Today, I think since it's just me, I'm just going to use the word I, but it'll be coming from the Royal OSINT Curious we. All right, we'll just play along. So we are going... I just did it again. I literally just did it again. Okay, so I am going to flip over to the daily warm-up that we do. For those of you that don't know, every day we do the daily challenge on Geoguessr. It's a place where we can try to figure out where in the world we are. And hey, good morning, Unleashed. So the idea with the Geoguessr game, it's a free game. We are doing the daily challenge, and as you can see, we've gotten better across the week. We had the 14th, we only got bronze. 15th got a little bit better. 16th yesterday, we got silver. This is awesome. Looking for some gold today, people. Looking for some gold. So I need to get a really high score. We need to get a really high score. The idea with Geoguessr is that it uses Google Street View imagery. And what we do is we play 5 rounds with 3 minutes per round, and it plops us down in some place using Google Street View imagery. And then we have to figure out where in the world we are. And I have to put a pin on a map saying, I think we're right here. And then we get points to points depending on how close we are to the actual target. Now, there are some rules here. No Googling, DuckDuckGoing, Binging, or Yandexing, or using any search engines to look up stuff. So if you see a sign, you have to use your brain. You can't just go ahead and Google it. For now, I think tomorrow maybe we'll go ahead and work through one of these a little bit slower and use some of those Googling skills. Good morning, Dr. DJ R5. I know, OSINT Gal. She says we is a hard habit to stop. It is. It is, because I'm so used to being here with the team, but now it's just me and you all. So there is still a we there. All right. So before we get into the daily challenge, I wanted to mention something that that I think would be useful because, when you're doing your OSINT investigations, or heck, when you're playing the Geoguessr yourself, there are a lot of other resources that are out there that you can use to solve the questions that are posed to you in your investigations, or to solve the Geoguessr challenges. One of the really good sites for this is called geotips.net. I'll toss that into the chat. Geotips.net is focused on GeoGuessr and strategies for performing well there. Now, there are ways to cheat on GeoGuessr by just looking in the code and pulling out the exact latitude and longitude, or the exact address of where they've put you. We're not talking about doing better that way. We're talking about actually learning and developing skills and developing that experience, and finding those resources online that will help us be successful in investigations. And within the world of OSINT, that's what we do. When we have an image, when we have a blog, when we have something else that we don't know what it is, we research it. We try to find some resources that are helpful to us, and then we use those to achieve our goals. In this case, we have the GeoTip site, and I'll just go ahead and show you this. First off, the GeoTip site will show you maps. And one of the first things that we notice when we are in the game is, are we driving on the left-hand side or the right-hand side of the road, or whether we're right in the middle. And it shows you on these maps that certain countries are either red because you drive on the left-hand side of the road, or blue because they drive on the right. Or in certain places, let's just take a look at the map of Europe here. In certain places, there is no Google Street View imagery that is from a car or a vehicle. And you see this right here in Belarus, it's all via the Trekker. A Trekker is when they put the Google Street View camera on a backpack, or on a bicycle, or on something that is more mobile than just a car. Hey, welcome, Dr. Chaos. Welcome. So this is a map of Europe, of course. Let's go over to Oceania, because we were getting a whole bunch in Oceania. You can see most of Oceania here is left-hand side of the road driving. All right. Here we have Asia. Let's see, Asia. We were getting a lot in Japan and Taiwan. And you can see here, Taiwan is right-hand. This is how we're going to learn. Japan is left-hand side, and Taiwan is right-hand side. So one of the things we were working on yesterday is, how do we tell the difference if we don't understand the language, and we're not able to do the Googling of the characters or the translating, just because we're in the game and we only have 3 minutes. Here's a quick way to decide what country we're in. Also for the Philippines, we're right side. China, India, all of these, according to the GeoTip site, they just have the Trekker, which means they don't have full coverage of the country in Street View. Now, clicking on one of these countries, as I clicked on India, we get the country flag. This has come into play in several other types of things that we've done on here, like the CTF that we were doing on Searchlight. We also did a quiz time CTF just the other day, and looked at a flag and said, hey, that flag is of a certain color, and based upon some of the knowledge of other people, we were able to figure out stuff. So if you are able to use geotips.net, then you get the flag of the country. And let's just scroll down here. You have other information like the capital. And then we get the types of road lines. This is another very big marker that we've seen in the game. Good morning, Master of Ordeals. Good morning. This is very important. Here you could see that in India, they drive on the left-hand side of the road. And then down here, since we are focused on the street signage, because we're along the Street View path, looking at these signs, figuring out what colors and shapes they use in a certain country. For instance, in India, that you'll see these do not enter signs with poles that are colored either white and black or red. This can help us out. And so what I think we're going to do later on in the week, maybe tomorrow or Friday, is you do not the daily challenging GeoGuessr, but do a slower untimed challenge to find out if we use these tips, can we get even closer to our position, the position of the place where they put us. For instance, yesterday we had one, and it turned out to be in Spain. And I went back and I looked at Spain. And one of the things that was interesting about what we saw was I saw this telephone pole or electrical pole, and the pole was concrete or cement, and it was in a certain shape. And I said, gosh, I wish we knew what shape the poles were in certain places. Well, if we look over here in Europe, we see that here's what the bollards look like. And as we scroll down, there's street lines, there's street signs, and then here's electricity poles. And what we see is the exact shape and style of pole that we saw in this picture. And the picture actually was for Spain. It was in an island in the Mediterranean that is part of Spain. So again, getting this knowledge of maybe what we do is we review a couple of countries here before we jump into Geoguessr so that we build our skills. But I think maybe it's just time for us to jump in. Yeah, this site is great, geotips.net, and they're constantly evolving. So what I ask is, don't use geotips.net for our challenge today. We are going to just use our brains and see if we can get above 15,824. 15,824 is our goal to beat today. Are you ready? Not like you have a choice. I'm running the show. So let's get ready to do the daily challenge. Okay, so here's the goal. We need you to tell me in the comments where you think we are and why. Don't just say Poland or Belarus. Tell me why. Belarus, I saw a flag on the pole or something like that. Tell me why. That's going to be really important. All right, here we go. Hey, Hedgewise, here we go. We have 3 minutes per round, and we're off. Cool. All right, so first off, I see we are in a smaller road. Looking at the trees and vegetation, those are not palm trees, but this definitely looks like an arid climate. Oh, we see bamboo here too, which may indicate over in Asia, right? It's kind of a tropical climate with lots of bamboo. Let's see. Although I would imagine they have bamboo in other places too. I'm not really familiar. Oh, and this is going to be one of those challenges where we don't have the benefit of street signs, do we? This is a tough one. All right, so here's an electric pole. Looks like just wood. Ideas. This could be South America too. Yeah, not bananas. Wait, are there bananas? Because somebody was telling us the other day that bananas are come from, I think, Bolivia. Let's see. All right, so let's see here. Is that a bin? I don't know. I'm clicking too fast. All right. Let's see. We're going to go up further. Yeah, let's see if we get a bin here. Ooh, so we do have a bin, a little trash bin here, which would indicate that this area is not so remote that they don't have something. Oh, they don't have types of centralized like trash disposal. See, I would say former European colonies. If we look here, we have, I would say this is now definitely Asian. The question is which one. Here on the church, well, I would imagine it's a church because of the crosses there. So we have kind of palm trees here. We have this. Would you say like Laos? Philippines has a lot more English that just that I've seen in the Geoguessr. But anybody recognize what this is? Malaysian? Indian? Really? Thai? I don't know. Okay, so we've got Indian, Thai. I'm thinking more Thai than Indian. Thai or some other thing. Let's see if we got some other stuff. So this is a place where this is a paved road here, and it looks like we're on the, well, I'd say right side. Nope, it looks like we're in the middle of the road. Does the bin have a label? I don't know. Here's another bin up here and another sign. Here's a bigger road. All right. So I'm thinking, yeah, definitely like Malay, Thai, something like that. I don't have the skills to recognize that language yet. Let's see if the bin has a label. I don't see it. Thailand or Vietnam? Oh, we have 20 seconds. All right, we're going for it. Sorry, I got a little distracted. All right, Thailand or Vietnam? All right, we're going to go right here at Thailand, Vietnam, and Cambodia. And let's see. Oh, Thailand was a good call. Unleashed. I think, oh, Ocean Profession, you said it as well. Not bad. Not bad. All right. Yeah, I guess we need in Laos. Okay, so we're right up there at the border of Myanmar and Thailand. Okay, not bad. That was a little tough one because there wasn't a lot of signs, but I'm trying to now just do a recap. So Thailand, we saw the road. I couldn't really tell. You know what? Let's go back to geotips. We can pause this and let's go back here and just learn about the country. That would be good, right? All right. So here we have Laos. Here's Thailand. Thailand is driving on the left-hand side of the road. There's the flag. Bangkok. There's a bollard. Okay. Now, we really didn't get a chance to see much of the roads because we just got to that road, but they have a single yellow line. They have dirt roads. Great. All right. And there we see the Thai language. All right. Well, that makes sense. And we do see English signs too, which is important for me to understand. There's a electric pole and driver's license plates. Okay. All right. So now we know a little bit more about Thailand. There you go. What did you learn today at work, Mommy? Wow, I learned about Thailand from Geoguessr. Let's play together. All right, next round. Here we go. All right, we've got train tracks. We've got colored stairs. Oh, and probably some signs down here. Let's see what this sign says. Come closer sign. Wait, there was something over here. Okay, there's homeless people. What does this say? Palampur Himachal. Oh, this is anybody. Hey, cool, Jeremy. Thanks for being on here. Palampur Himachal. Okay, the rails do appear to be narrow. That's a great discriminator. KB9MTD. All right. And we have, deciduous trees. We see some trees have lost there. India, yeah, I was waiting for somebody to kind of pick up on that. Okay, so does India have narrow rail gauges? I would imagine that they might. Let's just see if we can go across here. Also, I wonder if it looks like somebody has, yeah, this is a trekker. So you see that this is somebody actually putting up a tripod and taking these images. So I think we saw that India was one of those countries where it was. Okay, so where's Palampur? Ooh, Unleashed. Make sure that we're not Googling or anything. But let's see if I can find Palampur in here. Does anybody? Yeah, please don't Google. That's against the rules here. Does anybody know where Palampur is? In India, north, south, east, west. Let's see if we can just zoom in here and figure it out a little bit. Palampur. There it is right there. Yeah, no worries. No worries. I'm going to put a stream across here that shows that. Let's see, Palampur. And this is Palampur, which I would imagine is pretty close. Let's see if we can find where the train tracks are instead of just guessing. Let's see. So this is more remote. Let's just put it over here or something like that. So you think this is Palampur Himachal. So you don't think it's Palampur. You think it's somewhere else? Ooh, I'm not sure we have much space to work with here. We have 27 seconds too. Pradesh, OSINT Profession. Why? All right. Let me see if I can find it in 17 seconds. Pradesh. Oh, all right. You know what? I'm just going to move it over here. I don't feel very confident on this, but we're going to do it. All right. I'm glad I moved it a little bit farther north. OSINT. Okay, so OSINT Profession says Pradeep, which is North India. And you were right. Pradesh is up here. That is really North India. Okay. Yeah, I needed a little bit more north. So let's go to India. Is it in Asia? Hang on, let's see. Yes, and you see India is purple, which tells us that we were using a trekker. And let's see if it mentions let's say uses a trekker for most of their coverage. Let's see if they mention the narrow gauge. All right, so how did some of you know that that was Indian script? Was it I'm not trying to be, well, the way that I look at it was the bar at the top of the Indian font here, how a lot of the characters are connected via this bar. That was something that hinted to me that it was India. All right, anything else? Here's electricity poles. Yeah, let's see if it says, all right, and okay. All right, so that's India. Experience. Okay, thanks, Ocean Profession. Just trust me, Micah. Go with my gut. All right, cool. No worries. That's round 2. We're doing okay. Doing okay. I want something closer this time. So let's go and hit this again. All right, so we are in a city, and let's see. Let's see. We see on the buildings. All right, let's get to a street sign. Oh, there's a bin. Hang on, somebody likes trash bins over here, so let's take a look and see what we see about the trash bins. Does it say recycle? It doesn't. Organico or Reciclavo? What languages are those? Oh, there's a street sign over there. I'm going to try to head over that way. Anybody know? Oh, I'm on the wrong side. All right. Al Pacino. Huh. It doesn't look like Vegas, but it does look like Vegas. It's just one of those big cities. Let's see what we got over here. Brazil. What is that? Novo Mundo. Are we thinking maybe South America? Somewhere like that. We've got KFC, maybe in Mexico or something like that. We've got Hyundai cars. Anything? Yeah, I know. There's even Ford cars here too. So I'm thinking more Mexico. Panama. Ooh, let's see if we can find something else up here without letting time go. Let's see, what is that? All right. Definitely a major city. Any other ideas? Singapore? I don't think it's Singapore. I'm thinking more South America. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. Anybody have any good ideas? Did one of those signs say Baha'i? I don't know. Let's see. This is the Roberto Simonson building. You see all these air conditioners off the side. I know. I don't think it. Yeah, it's definitely South America or Central America, but it's a major city. So help me out here. I don't know what side of the road we're driving on. It looks like they're driving on the right-hand side of the road down there. Yeah, right-hand side of the road. All right, hot climate, definitely. Major city. Oh, major city in South America. What do we think? Shall we? I'm at a loss here. It wasn't Brazil because it wasn't that. No, it wasn't Portuguese though. Oh, crud. You know what? I'm thinking Mexico. I'm just going to go with Paraguay. No, I can't do it. All right, we'll go with Brazil. Oh, it was Brazil. Well done. Okay, thank you. See, I listened to Unleashed and everything is okay. Let's see where that was. That was in Brazil. Is that Brasilia? Oh, yeah. Okay. Whew. All right, well, not bad. Not bad. We're still going. Yeah, I know, Hork. It's like one of those things. It's like, well, it should be over here, but I don't know. All right, so no coast, but there was water. Yeah. It's hard. Let's go back over here to geotips and see what we can learn. See, the hard part for me was looking at the language and figuring out that yes, it was something that was Portuguese versus Spanish. Okay, so this is the car bollards look like that. This is the geotips.net site for those that are joining us. All right. And green signs. Yeah, lots of different signs. Parry for stop. I'm not seeing anything that would have helped us out. Let's see. The backs of all official road signs are black. Oh, that's interesting. Did not know that. And let's see. Electricity poles. Okay. All right. Well, Brazil. So we got close. That was fine. Let's go to the next round. Okay. Master of Ordeal says that they thought that they saw a sign said Bahia, which is another place in Brazil. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, we are on round number 3. Let's get to it. Oh, we're inside this time. Oh, no. All right. Let's look out through these windows. We see sculpted gardens. Now, for me, I was like, well, this has got to be the Trocadero, but I have no idea. Let's see. Let's just walk through this. It looks like a home instead of a really Paris. Okay, but tell me why you think Paris. Here we have some gold bust. Yeah, maybe in Versailles. Yeah, that's what I meant, not Trocadero. Blah. Is this Versailles? What would tell us? Oh, maybe there's French over here. Ooh, we do see French and King's Chamber. Camera del Rey. Let's just head over that way and see what we got. Yeah, Gallery de Glace. Okay, great. Let's solve this one early. Versailles, Versailles, Versailles. Show me Paris. And Versailles is south of Paris. Got a little bit of geography working in me. Yeah, all right. Here's Versailles, Chateau de Versailles. All right, so now that's okay, no worries. Gallery de Glace. So where would that be? All right. Let's see. I'm guessing I could probably just put it right there. Anybody have objections to that? Probably inside the building would be good. Gallery de Bastille. All right, let's see if we can actually find the Gallery de Glace. Yes, I know I'm pronouncing it terribly. All right. Well, you know what? I think we're going to just go right here in the middle. And that way, if it's north or south, we're good. Let's hit that. Spot on. Yes. Woohoo. Well done, people. Well done. So how did we figure that out? Well, 108 meters. Oh, I had it right in the first place. Oh, geez. How did we figure that out? Well, first off, we were inside. And we were inside of a very lush area that looked like it was staged, maybe a tourist destination. Then we found a sign that had French on it. And then based on the experience of our wonderful, wonderful viewers, we were able to figure out this was in Versailles. Yeah, well done, people. Okay. 5,000 points. That's a first for us, for me, for us, whatever. All right, let's keep going. Let's see if we can keep going our streak. Now, you know the next one's going to be out in the middle of a desert with no signs or anything like that, right? Yeah. Well, thanks, Hedgewise. Yeah, I always I like doing the Geoguessr, but I do it to learn stuff. So if we don't do the recaps and figure out, okay, what do we do there, and kind of do that summary, then it's just a point in time thing and it's gone. So those are more for me, but if they help you all, great. Cool. All right. So we'll do the next round. Let's hope it's not the desert. Okay, not the desert, but we're in a place. So one of the things in GeoTips was they showed you, which version of Google would have would show the car. All right, so we have a single yellow line. It looks like we're on the right-hand side of the road here. Yeah, right-hand side of the road, single line. Let's see. So here we have just a small crooked sign there. I saw in one of the other signs that it was a more elongated and thin. Here's that curvy line. Definitely mountainous area, but those are pretty high altitude, right? You see the tree line. Let's see. Any thoughts from you all? I'm thinking South America. Let's turn around and see this sign. Oh, all right. Presencia de humil. Let's see. Okay. Circucon precaution. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm thinking South America. Thoughts? Okay, South America too, or says what? There's a sign right there. What does it say? Puente El Blanco. Okay, that helps. Here is a little tiny car. So maybe like Chile? Anybody? Let's see if we can find anything. Usually the tree line stops around 17 to 1800 meters. So the mountains have to be 2000 meters plus. All right. So let's just keep going down this hill since I've committed to it. We have 1 minute left. I'm thinking big mountains here. Yeah, Peru, Chile. Does Chile have mountains? I think so. Beautiful water there. I'll tell you this, Geoguessr has definitely made me want to go and visit some of these places. South Argentina, close to the Andes. All right. We have 55 seconds. I'm not seeing anything that's going to help me out. We had some of these light poles. Let's see. They're around. Let's just go down there and see what we got. Argentina, Chile, Peru. Let's see. Might be Chile. You know what? Mexico does. I'm feeling like Chile today. I just am. We're just going to go with Chile, but closer to Argentina. But it could be Mexico. Oh, what? Conduct 10 Oh, I thought it was like one of those things like you got within 10 meters. No, I did 10 expeditions. I don't even know what that is. Oh, it was Chile. And it was very close. Oh, it was too dry where I guessed. Oh, yeah, I guess I should have listened to you there. Hang on. Let's see where did I guess? You know what? You're absolutely right. And not mountainous enough. Sometimes I get a little stressed with the time. Sorry. I'll do better, I swear. All right. So that wasn't bad. So Chile, Argentina. Let's take a look at the Geoguessr for South America. Let's go up here to Chile. Let's learn about Chile. All right, here's the flag. I wish they would put a black outline around these things because this just blurs into the background. All right, so there's the Chilean flag. Here, you can see the back of the white car across all of Chile. There you go. And we did see some of that car. Bollards, I think we did see some of those a little bit. Road lines, we didn't really see that. Let's see if there's anything. Electricity poles. Yeah, we saw round ones. This was a different one. We didn't see any license plates. No signs. Vegetation landscape, none. Excellent. Yeah, that's cool. Hey, no worries. Oh, I guessed in the desert. Excellent. Well, I'll do better, I swear. I'm trying to listen. All right, let's go. Hey, Kuravila. Let's go and do the next one. Are we on round 4? We're all done. Oh no, that was it. Well, let's see. We got 15,145 for our score today. Let's take a look at our daily challenge. A little bit lower than yesterday, but we had some places in here that were a little bit more challenging too. Wow. I always get this adrenaline rush when we get something really close. It was kind of fun. Thank you so much for helping me out. For those of you that are just joining us, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Michael Hoffman, the president of OSINT Curious, and our website is down below. Our username that we use on most websites is, or most of the social media platforms, is down there, as well as a link to the Searchlight Discord. And we also have the link to our Patreon patron page. If you like what we're doing, what I'm doing today, I'll get that. I swear I will. Cool. Well, thank you to everybody that helped on that. It's always nice to learn a little bit more about the world and grow skills, even if it's through messing up and being 2,000 kilometers away from where things were. But we had one that was like right on. That was so energizing. All right. Cool. So, since I am flying solo today, one of the things that I wanted to do was go back to something that we were working on yesterday. not the Geoguessr. We're going to go back to the Try Hack Me. Now, for those of you that weren't able to tune in yesterday or watch the video on Twitch or on YouTube, what we did is we worked through the Try Hack Me page for the Searchlight OSINT room. I'm going to paste this into the chat for everybody. Hey, welcome from Holland. Nice. So we were working on this yesterday, and we got two out of the three questions answered. And one of the things that we were doing is we were trying to work more methodically. When we have a time pressure like doing the Geoguessr, yeah, we're just throwing things out there and kind of doing these wild guesses and all based upon mostly what you saw was people's experience. Hey, I've been to this place in the Versailles. That's where it is. All right, cool. We got that. But many times you don't get those hits. Many times you have to work through it and then collect the data in a logical manner. So yesterday, while we were working through this challenge and justice for all, one of the things, I don't know, you just have to kind of say it like that, and justice for all. We were working through this challenge, and I had shown how I was keeping track of things in a mind map document. Now, the mind map document that I'm using, or the mind map application I'm using, is the xmind.net application. It has a free tool. It also has a paid version. I'm using the paid version just because I have a license, and I'm not promoting their tool. You can use any mind map you want. My goal in showing you a mind map was just to show you, hey, this can be really useful for investigations. I think it's actually much more useful to use mind maps and investigations to keep track of all the different bits of data that we collect over something like a Word document or a text document, because, well, as you can see, we can look at this and know where we were, what we need to do, and show, and other things as well. For instance, here you see that this is task 8. Here's the file that we were looking up, the image, and then here we searched on metadata, and I've collapsed this section. Here's all the metadata. Didn't really show anything, so I put this little green icon showing, yep, we're done with that. Then we had 2 questions here. You see they're starred with a green star. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more for those of you that maybe have smaller screens. And here we have 3 CTF questions, 1, 2, and 3, and we completed 2 of them. So I put little star icons and put the results. Now, the third one is what we're working on, and we're just about to get it yesterday when we called it quits. The CTF question 3 here is, what's the name of the building opposite from the statue? And in these Try Hack Me challenges, Zevin, who makes the challenges, puts these little stars that tell you how many characters should be here. So here we have 3 characters, then 6 characters. So it's 3, 6, maybe like 10 or 11, 3, and 4. And so what I did is I looked here, I was like 3, 6, 12, 3, and 4. So what we're looking for now is some name of a building that's near where this statue is located that has this type of a format. So it's like the something, 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 something. We'll figure that out. Here are some of the impressions that we had of the image. We just did an analysis of it, and then we started to do our searches. And what we found, just to catch everybody up, was that this image here in Getty Images of this picture. Let's hang on. There we go. I'm losing my windows. All right, let's pop that out, but not pop it out full screen. All right, so this is the image that we were looking for. And what we found was this image from the challenge is this image over here of Lady Justice. You can see it is the same image. It's same image, same statue, but from different perspectives. This is from Getty Images on the left. Over here, you can see that little overlay. That watermark is from the Verge website. But other things that we would look at here are the shape of the windows behind it, the color of the windows, this little seam right here behind the statue. We can see that same seam over here. And there's a reflection in the building over here. Now, this reflection in the windows is going to be a key point to help us locate where this is. Here below the statue in the Getty images, it says justice delayed, justice denied. Right. Now, if we go back over to the Getty image, we see that this is something Yan United States CO, which is probably a courthouse or something. Let's scroll down, and it actually says Blind Justice Statue outside the Albert V. Bryan U.S. Courthouse. Well, it gives us an actual place. So let's take that and head over to the Albert V. Bryan. I happen to have it up already. It's kind of like one of those baking shows where they're like, we're going to put the muffins in the oven. Oh, look, there's ones that are in the oven that are ready to come out. Here we go. So this is what we got. Now, what we are looking for here in this, and let's see, let's just hit this. Bum, bum, bum. All right. So this is the U.S. District Court, and this is the Honorable Leon M. Franklin. Oh, that's actually people. But this is the building here that we're looking at. And the challenge itself said, what's the name of the building opposite from the statue? So the statue is going to be on the north, south, east, or west sides, or one of those faces of the building. We need to look for something that is THE something, 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 something. All right. Now, I'll bet some of you that are pretty observant can already figure out where this might be. So let's see if we can see the statue by turning on Street View. All right, so we have Street View imagery on the side. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Over here, we have the Weston Alexandria Old Town, which seems to fit this pattern very closely. Let's just confirm this, or see if we can confirm this before we jump to conclusions. All right, so what we would expect is if this is the building that's directly across, then on this face is where we would find that image. So let's see. So we have something right there. Let's see if we can get up closer. We would expect that the image. So here we see Bryan United States Courthouse. Let's go back over here and look back up here. Yan United States Court. So it almost looks like this is leaning forward too. So let's take a look at this. I bet, yeah, there's the scales right there. All right. So this, let's see if we can just zoom out and maybe get another little bit over. Aha, there we go. Albert V. Bryan, United States Courthouse. There's our picture. Here's that seam. Here's the coloring of the stone behind it. And the building that she is staring at is the Weston. All right. It is this building right here, the Weston Alexandria Old Town. Let's see if I can just copy that to prevent problems. So I'm going to type in SL, paste in that. Nope, that didn't work at all, did it? All right. The Weston Alexandria Old Town. There we go. I'm going to copy this. Let's make it all lowercase. I'll copy, see what we get here. Hit the submit button. Hit the submit button. You know what? I might need to refresh the page since I think I might have turned off. Let's just see what happens. Yeah, sometimes Cloudflare times it out. Presumptuous commenter recognized that, uh-oh, that page was lost. Well, that's not great. Let's see if we can go to Searchlight. Search. Let's just see. It's like, wait, they took down the CTF? They knew we were going to solve it today. All right, we're going to paste in the answer and hit submit. Yes, we did it. And presumptuous commenter says, I recognize that hotel. Nice. Cool. Hey, and welcome. Yeah. All right, so let's make sure we document here. So this reverse image search not only showed that, it also showed Yan. Let's do it in all caps. Yan United States Court. I think it was that. I just want to document CO. Yes, no U. Now this is the less glamorous part, but You know what? When we come back, so many times I've been doing an investigation, I'm like, yeah, I got the answer. Let's move on. And then I need to come back in a day, a week, a month, a year. And I'm like, how the heck did I do that? And I look at my notes and it says, yay, got it. And it doesn't tell me how I got it. So let's do a little bit of documentation here, just creating some child nodes. So we have that. And then we're going to go up here to the CTF question. I'm going to create another node, paste in. Oh, gonna hit space, then paste that in. Mark that we got this just by clicking over here and hitting the green star. Yeah, it definitely happens to all of us, but I'm trying to minimize that happening. Okay, so let's come back over here and fill in this last stuff. Let's take this this URL. Let's do Google. Ooh, still in caps. Google Maps location. Paste that in there. All right. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. This is the XMind application. Thank you for bringing that up. This is XMind. It says it up here. It is a mind map application that I'm familiar with. It has free and paid versions, and it works on Linux, Mac, and Windows. I like XMind. It looks professional. It allows me to do all the things I need. And I think for not a lot of money, it allows you to export into some really easy to use formats. So that's what I've chosen. You can use whatever you want. There's some online mind mapping tools. Since we're doing a non-sensitive case like this, a CTF, I wouldn't mind doing this in like MindMup or some other tool that's online. I'm familiar with XMind and I've used it before, and it's updated regularly. So that's what I'm using, is the XMind tool. Thank you for mentioning that, everybody. So here, you know what we can do? Let's do this one better. Let's take this off. One of the nice things is we can paste in things, and then when we do that, sometimes we can link to it. So we can insert a link here. Let's see. We can insert a hyperlink. Hyperlink. There we go. So when we click on this, it'll take us right to where we need to be. Again, I'm documenting now for future Micah. When I come back to this case in a week, a month, a year, I will be able to just click there and go, instead of copying and pasting, which is not a big deal, but just makes it so much easier. Street view imagery shows, what would you say this is on? Let's go back over here. What did I just do, Micah? Yeah, this is another reason why I document, because I sometimes click on the wrong things. Let's come back over here. Aha. There's the courthouse, excuse me. So this would be on the northeast side of the building. Street view imagery shows the statue in the above the doorway on the northeast side of the building, facing the, I'd say call it like a square or a park. Square or park and the west end. All right. Anything else that we should put in here? Let's see. So we got that. We've got the link to the blind justice. We have all of those things. And I put a red flag in here before because that's what I was working on. But we have now finished with this. So I'm going to maybe change that and put a different flag in there just to let me know. You know what? Instead of putting a flag, let's go ahead and just use one of these wonderful mind map things where we can do a relationship. So here, this is what we got, but the reason that we got it was from this reverse image here. So I'm going to click here, hit relationship, and then tag that, and double click here. The Getty image led us to the answer. There we go. And click on this. The Getty image led us to that answer. So now when I come back, I'll be like, oh, that's right. We were doing this. This branch right here was really useful. Now, yeah, that's right, Igor. Mind maps. Yeah. So again, this is something that you work out how you want to document. Some people would maybe put this searches underneath the question 3, but we really weren't sure which of the questions that we were following or going to answer using our searches. So I decided to create a separate node. There's no right or wrong way to do this. And just depending upon how you want to mind map, go ahead and do that. Do it how you want. Awesome. So we've now solved this. So let's just do this. We're going to change this searchlight OSINT CTF. And this is task 8. Let's mark it as complete. We're going to, what should we use? I think a green flag. Just stick it in there. Be like, it's done. There you go. So the nice thing is now that we've done task 8, we can create another one for task file for task9.jpg and then continue working. And we know that all of our notes are right here inside of this parent node. Click there and we get access to all of our things. Nice. Well done, everybody. Well done. Wrap that up with a bow. Next thing is making sure before we close out everything that we've documented all these things. So let's just, so I got this, I got that. Here, we don't need geotips anymore. We're going to use that tomorrow. All right. And yeah, I probably should have done this in another browser, but that's okay. There we go. So we did that. Now, the next thing that we were going to do today, and we have about 9 minutes, and then we're going to switch. I'm going to stop this broadcast and we'll pick it up again tomorrow, is this next task, because this will complete the room and allow us to go, yay, we finished the room. So what we're going to be doing now is switching from the Xmind tool to Hunchly. Now, Hunchly is a paid tool. You can get a free 30-day trial. And full disclosure, Hunchly is a sponsor of OSINT Curious. But even though that they're a sponsor, their tool is super amazing for doing documentation. All of this stuff that I've done manually in the mind map, I can do a lot of it just automatically within Hunchly, and it saves me so much time. Again, if you are interested, hey, Hedgewise, sorry to see you go. Hunch.ly is the URL. I'm just going to paste that into the chat. Let's take a look at what we've got here. So I'm going to go ahead and close out some of these other things like geotips. I'm going to star that, put that into our bookmarks bar so that tomorrow we can grab that and try hack me. Cool. All right, let's see. Let's just turn this on. So I've got Hunchly installed. I also have a license in here. So I know I'm kind of skipping into using Hunchly. Hang on, I got a cough. All right. I know I'm skipping into using Hunchly, and I think Justin Seitz is giving a training on Hunchly later on today. I didn't get to see when that was happening. Oh, he says it's a private training. Never mind. So let's take a look at how Hunchly can help us out. For those of you that are not familiar, I'm going to hit the dashboard button. And again, I've got Hunchly installed. I've got Hunchly uploaded with a license. You can download Hunchly free from the Hunchly website. And you can use a free license if you just give them a valid email. And yeah, like Igor says, I use mind maps in combination with Hunchly. Hunchly is going to record everything in my Google Chrome browser, and it's just Google Chrome, but it'll record everything that I'm doing in there. Whereas mind maps allow me to add additional things to that, allow me to add kind of my thoughts, how I would organize data. And we'll see that in the coming CTF. So let's first create a case. We're going to create a new case. We're going to call this Searchlight OSINT CTF Task 9. All right, and you see that shows up here. That's the case we're working on. And the reason why we create a new case is that Hunchly will physically separate the data between cases. So it creates a separate database, it creates a separate file store for photos that you see on your local computer. So in my VM here, I have a separate area that's just been created for the Searchlight OSINT CTF Task 9 case. Let's head over here and see what we've got. So it says geolocating videos aren't much different from geolocating images. A video is just a string of images. Okay, here's a good write-up by Nix Intel. Always love Nix's stuff. Which can help you extract the key images from the video that you may need to solve this challenge. Download the attached video and follow Nix's guide. Ooh, okay. So we need to find the hotel that his friend is staying in. All right, let's download this file. It's an MP4. So we don't have anything that's really going to help us out as far as keywords. One of the things that Hunchly does really well is highlight selectors. You can see this on the right-hand side of the screen right now. With selectors, I can add certain things if I know that I'm looking for a certain hotel or a certain person's name or a certain keyword. Like in the last challenge, what we were doing, we knew we were looking for Lady Justice, or we were looking for courthouse, something like that. We can put those into here, and then any page that Hunchly comes across that has those keywords, it'll highlight them. It makes it really easy to see. I don't see that in this CTF task. Let's go and turn on. So we've got the case all set up. I'm just going to minimize that. And the next thing that I need to do is turn on Hunchly and make sure that it's sending data to the correct case. So let's turn it on. Click the button and change this to Searchlight OSINT CTF. Now it's capturing data. I'm going to have it capture this page by reloading it just so that it gets what we are looking for. All right, and let's just head back over to Hunchly, make sure everything's working. All right, here we have that try hack me Searchlight page. You can see that it's captured a screenshot. If I click on this, it shows me an image of what my browser saw. If I scroll down, that is what I'm trying to solve. So here it's already started working for us, which is terrific. And we have the source code of the page. And I'm telling you this now so that when we get farther along in the assessment and you're like, okay, could we look at this? Could we do that? The answer is probably yes, because Hunchly is recording all of the things, not just a picture of the page, but the source code, the JavaScript, and as you can see over here, we can look through or find stuff from any of this. Here, if we click on info, you can see when we went to this page. Now, what's probably going to happen, and I know this might annoy some of you, but I need a cliffhanger here, is that we're going to just walk through this Hunchly thing, and then we're going to put a big pause on it. We'll come back tomorrow, and we will continue on with solving this challenge. So here we have a SHA-256 hash of the page as Hunchly saw it. So if you're going to court, if you need something for evidence, we can tell if the page has been altered. Here you have data that was seen in the page. Now, I didn't even notice this over here on the Try Hack Me page. Let's see. Yeah, at least somewhere in these pages, there is the We Coffee Shop at AOL, You at Remote Machine. There are these email addresses, and Hunchly automatically extracts them. And sometimes it'll extract tracking codes as well as IP addresses, although a lot of times these IP addresses might be more versions of things. All right, cool. So we have all of that. Nice. Let's go back here. So we've got this, Hunchly is working. And now we have downloaded that video. Let's just watch the video and see what we see. All right. So our goal is to figure out what hotel this was filmed from. Now, earlier in the week, actually throughout the whole week, we've been doing image analysis. We've been looking at what's in the foreground of images, what's in the background of images, what are map markers. We've been doing that for Geoguessr and other things. We're going to apply those same techniques over here. And I already know exactly where we are. And I'll bet some of you do too. Any of you traveled to interesting places around the world? This skyline here is very, very specific. And again, this kind of points to what we were talking about with the Versailles hit on Geoguessr that we had earlier. Somebody said, I've been there. I know exactly where that is from my experience. Well, it happens that my experience tells me I know exactly where this is. And I guess I can spoil it because we still have to we still have to look at this in the, we have to figure out what hotel this is. But this is Singapore. This right here is the Marina Bay Sands Casino. See that little ship on top of the 3 buildings? Very distinctive. They have this Ferris wheel, or this I think it's an eye that's in the harbor there. And then over here, there's a river that goes along here. I've been there. You see a little bridge. Actually, let me make this bigger. I don't know why I'm making you look at it so small. There we go. So here there's a little bridge. And then this right here that you see these white posts, this is a place where they have one of those slingshots where they make people pay to sit in a chair. They pull them back and then they shoot them off and they go back and forth. Been there. So that's really helpful. My experience will be useful in figuring this out. We know it's along a river and we see these very colorful buildings here too. Let's continue watching this and see if there's anything else that, oh, okay. So let's go back just a little bit here. All right, so the colorful buildings are going to definitely come into play. We see over here, these umbrellas or sunshades, again, a distinctive feature that we'll be able to pull out. Grassy knoll over there. And then what I see is this colored brick on the left-hand side. So again, these are all things that are going to help us be able to locate this. We also see the road down here. So we know that we're on a river near a road with colorful buildings and orange vertically placed bricks or tiles. All right. And here you see more colorful buildings. And these buildings are long buildings, maybe stores or factory places. Let's see. Again, just making some impressions. There's the water. Okay. Here's the water. Here we see something point, and maybe they're going to zoom in and tell us. Wow, that would be really simple if they tell. Yeah, there we go. Riverside Point. Okay, we could probably go ahead and solve this right now. All right, let's just take a look at this. Let's go to maps.google.com. Oh, I'm caps locked. We're going to go to Riverside Point, Singapore. Let's see what comes up here. Clark K. Here's Riverside Point right here. Now let's just take a look here. All right, let's see if we see those colorful buildings. Oh, I'm thinking this or that. Let's go over here because I'm thinking right here is probably where that person is. These buildings right here are the ones that are the colored ones. And here, let's just do this. I'm going to take the latitude and longitude. And to get some better imagery, I'm going to head over to Google Earth. Again, I probably shouldn't have used Hunchly for this one because this is really not a lot in the web browser that we're doing. Let's pull up that exact location over here. All right. See the 3D buildings? Now we see Novotel. Now I'm just going to click on here and rotate around. Up, there's the colorized buildings there. Here we see that curved colorized building, Here we see the slingshot, and we even see that orangey tile right there. And if let's move over here, and then we're going to turn, I'm going to put myself in the building, and now let's turn around. Ooh. Sorry. Not trying to make anybody nauseous. All right. Now we should, yep, there we go. There is that Riverside Point. And there's that Riverside Point. And if we were to zoom out, we probably would be able to see in this area. Let's see if we scroll around and look up. Let's see if we can find that ship. There's the ship. Here's the building it's on, and there's the Ferris wheel. So yeah, that's definitely the Novotel. Let's see if that solves it. Because if so, then we are done. Oh, it's not the name of the hotel my friend is staying in. So it's not just the Novotel. Let's just go back over here to Google and see what it says. Da, 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 da. What is that hotel? Clark. I bet it's like Clark K. Let's see. Clark. No? Novotel. All right. So let's take a look at this and figure it out. Let's do in this area. We're going to search for hotels in this area. It should pull up this hotel right here. Come on, Google. Let's see what it's called over here. Anybody see it? Anybody see it? Park Royal Collection. Let's see. Hotel, Park Hotel. No, this is definitely the Nova Hotel. You can see it right there, Novotel. Well, let's just go and Google it. Google Novotel Clark K. Oh, it's probably Novotel Singapore Clark K. Let's see if that's it. Nova Singapore Clark K. Yeah, there we go. That was easy. It's right there, Novotel. Let's just see if I can copy that out. Copy. And SL there. Paste there. And done. Yes. The crowd goes wild. You know, we should have like some effect that happens every single time we win one of these things. Well done, people. Well done. Yeah. So the way that I solved that, the real breakthrough was my experience. I've been over there, so it was easy for me to locate locate the city. But tomorrow, what we'll do is we will take kind of screenshots of this and then do our reverse image searches, try to figure out if the search engines can tell us where we are, and then move on from there. Okay. So, and also let's just check back with Hunchly and see what it captured. Here, you see that it found the Novotel Clark K, Clark Key, the Google search, hotels, and over here on searches, you can see that I did a Google search at a certain date and time, and we've got, hey, cool, thanks, Presumptuous. Here you see what I searched for, and we can pull back that response as well, but this will help us keep track of things. Cool. All right. Another day of live streaming done. But that was actually really fun. So we finished the Searchlight. Let's just revamp what we did today. We did Geoguessr, and before we did Geoguessr, we went to the geotips.net site. Geotips.net gives you that knowledge, that experience that we actually needed during some of those Geoguessr events or challenges. And what we did was we did a Geoguessr, one of the challenges, and then we looked at that country in geotips.net to find out more about it, to learn about that country so that we got smarter for the next time. We did that. We scored pretty well, over 15,000, and we had one of our closest hits ever in Versailles. Now, that was a really good tip on Versailles because somebody had been there, and that experience was very useful to us. Then we moved from there to finishing up task 8, and I showed you the xmind.net application for documenting OSINT cases. I'm a big fan. I have some resources out on my personal blog, webbreacher.com, for OSINT mind map template. I'll just go ahead and, well, let me just show you while we're here. One of the most important things about Hunchly is to remember to turn it off. All right, if you go to github.com/webbreacher/OSINT tools, that's not OSINT tools. In this location, I'll paste this into the chat. In this location, I have two mind map files. You can just click on one of these and then download it. And then if you have the XMind application, let's see, Searchlight Task 8. Let's open this file and we're going to go to Downloads, Mind Map 2. So this is a file that I created to help myself. Well, that's not the file. Hang on. This is the file that I created. That's a template, and you're welcome to use this if you find it useful. There are tabs along the bottom for data that you might collect when you're researching a human subject. For instance, where they're working, what their educational background is. Here's biographic data, and there's a ton of it. And you can see how templating your mind maps before you go into assessment will help frame what data you need to collect. Here, if I'm doing a person-based OSINT, I will look for each one of these keywords or each one of these sources of data, and then I have a place to put it. And when I find something else that's very important to me, I will go ahead and add that to this and then resubmit it to the website. Here we have, if you're researching IPs or domains, we have some stuff in there, and businesses as well. And once again, the location is in the chat now. So went ahead and did that. So we documented with a mind map using XMind tool. And then from there, we solved task 8. We documented it so future Micah will know exactly what he did. And then we went to task 9 in the Searchlight OSINT challenge on Try Hack Me. And from there, we looked at task 9, we downloaded a video, and then based upon my experience, I knew where it was. We used markers in the video to perform a quick Google search, and we solved the challenge. And all of that was with your help and encouragement. So thank you very much for being with me for the last hour. And I really appreciate you sharing your time and parts of your day with me. If you didn't catch all of this, it's always recorded on Twitch or on YouTube. Go ahead and check it out. Otherwise, I will say this. I hope that you all stay OSINT curious. Goodbye, everybody.